Lap traffic has always and will always be a determining factor in some races in NASCAR. Sometimes you're able to use lap traffic as an advantage to help you ultimately win the race. Other times, the lap traffic either wrecks you or gets in your way, costing yourself a shot at the victory or a great finish in the race you're currently in. This lap car was a disadvantage for Brad Keselowski, but an advantage for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Brad Keselowski had trash on his grill and his car was overheating. He had to get behind Danica Patrick, who was a lapped car, to try to get the trash off his grill. In doing so, he was held up a little bit and Dale Jr. passed him and went on to take the lead and ultimately took home the checkered flag at Pocono.
It really shocked me when he went up there chasing the lap car up the racetrack to get that debris off of the front of his car. It surprised the heck out of me.
That car be pitting this time.
Problem with debris on the front of the car.
Definitely on that air intake to provide. There he goes way high. Nearly gets into the back of Danica Patrick. And there goes the lead. Earnhardt is underneath him. A miscue by Brad Keselowski. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes the lead.
While battling for the lead in a playoff race, Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell were dueling it out at Kansas. But when they came up on lap car Garrett Smithley, it all went bad really fast, costing both of them a shot at the win.
Diving to the low side of the racetrack, trying to take away that top spot.
Junior, I think that now.
Contend! They both hit! Bell slams into the Briscoe, and now Bell across the grass. The 98 was sliding.
How much damage? Look at all the damage on that 20. What kind of damage he may have gotten. Oh, yeah, a lot of left front damage. Yeah. Man. That was a great battle they had going on right there.
It looks like the zero made the 98 check up.
That's very possible.
Noah Gragson has always wanted to win Homestead. He has come so close so many times. While leading the race with 3 laps to go, Noah Gragson had the race in hand. But David Starr was unfortunately having a problem at the worst moment possible. As Noah Gragson entered turn 3 on the top side, Starr blew his tire going up right into the wall in front of race leader Noah Gragson.
The way the 9 car is acting, they just got it all under control. There's no sweat.
Jeremy Clements is 7th. He's the only driver. Into the lap car. That's the 13 of David Starr. Huge damage for Noah Gragson. And the caution is out.
Again,
Heartbreak.
2 races last year. He dominates the race, leads the most laps, and doesn't walk away with a trophy. And we see it again.
I'm about ready to start throwing chairs up here. What?
During the nationwide race at Bristol, Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick were battling hard for the lead. It was early on in that race, and this lap car did one of the biggest boneheaded moves I've ever seen a race car driver do. He came up on the track and took out race leader Kyle Busch. It's just something you have to see to believe.
See if he can make that work. Down on the inside, he's trying to make this pass. I think it's going to happen. Oh, man.
Up across the racetrack and contact with the 07 car.
Reed Sorensen gets a piece. That's Jason White about this. He's not going to have very good things to say. You can see he's taking the lead right here. Here comes the 07 car. Chase Austin right down in front. Just gone from the outside.
So Kyle out of the car, obviously frustrated. We'll head back to the trailer and try to gather his thoughts while his crew tries to get this car repaired and get the points leader back on the racetrack.
While running in the top three, Casey Mears was punted and turned around by David Gilliland in the 2006 Martinsville race. David Gilliland was 4 laps down and had no business getting into the back of Casey Mears. It really just shows that even in NASCAR's prime, there was still drivers in the back not knowing what they were doing. Everybody knows the famous Mark Martin Michigan crash, but did you know he was leading the race when lapped car Juan Pablo Montoya blocked him and was the one that caused that incident? It's something that nobody really remembers because that crash was such a vicious hit.
Pablo Montoya and Bobby Labonte were racing right in front of him in turn 4. Yeah, and Mark had caught these cars. You can see Bobby Labonte looks like just loses it, gets loose with that car right up behind him there. But Mark had been there for a while, and you can see Mark spinning now. Not much you can do except hold on and lock the brakes as a driver at this point in time. And right there, oh.
During the 2017 season, Martin Truex Jr. was on fire. Heading into the playoffs, he was ready to win the last race before the playoffs started. He was going to win that race until Derek Cope scraped the wall, barely costing Martin Truex the victory when the caution flew. Under commercial break at the New Hampshire race, Joey Logano was taken out by somebody who was 15 laps down. Had no business being out there at that point, and Joey Logano was just an innocent victim. Needless to say, he was very displeased in his interview post-race, but rightfully so. There's no reason lapped cars should be out there taking out lead lap cars like that. It's just awful.
Logano being scored in 38th after this that brought out our most recent caution.
Yep, that's a tough pill to swallow when you're taken out by a guy that's 15 laps down. I don't know exactly what happened there, but if you take a ride on the 22 here, just watch. He gets pounded in the left rear.
Joey Logano in the garage. Let's hear from him, Marty.
And he just watched that replay and was just shaking his head in disbelief. You ever see anything like that?
Yeah, slowest car on the racetrack took us out. Go figure. We had a pretty good auto trader forward. We're just doing what we can to hang in there. You know, we were obviously running second. Brad is really, really fast. He's definitely the car to beat right now.
At the end of stage 1 in the 2018 Bristol race, Ryan Blaney was caught up in an accident with like 5 lapped cars in the back. They had no business racing that hard with 8 laps to go. Ryan Blaney was an innocent victim and was taken out early in that race.
Bottom lane on some lap
Oh,
cars.
turn 3. Yikes!
Oh, no. Get around the corner.
Good.
Trevor Bain went around. He got turned.
In the middle lane.
Yeah, Bain just didn't know Busher was on the outside.
Yep. Ooh.
Blaney just know where to go.
2 words. Kevin LePage. Everybody knows the next clip that's about to be shown. There is no need to explain it. But if you do not know this incident, Kevin LePage was a lapped car coming off a pit road at Talladega. He merged in front of the entire field, causing the big one in the nationwide race. What an idiot.
The 66 and David Stremme and another car owned by Rusty. Oh, we got a spin. It's a tap from Wallace.
Right behind you.
Oh, the big one in turn 1, heavy contact, cars in the wall, Stephen Wallace heavily damaged. There comes Kyle Krisiloff down, David Rudiman involved. Oh, heavy damage on Stephen Wallace's Chevy. He was having such a great run. And Kyle Busch has damage on the right front of his Toyota.
Kyle Busch continues to have problems finishing this race. He tried a different strategy, but he's still caught up in this race.
Ripped off. He's checking off pit road first, probably.
Oh, you see what happened here. This 61 was not up to speed, and it's almost like these guys moved over and didn't see him.
Had no idea that he was coming out. I'm sure that the spotters up there saw him on the apron. They weren't expecting him to come and join back right in front of the leaders. That's just a very unfortunate situation and a mistake on Kevin's part and his spotter. Quite honestly, somebody's got to be telling him, and he has to know that these leaders are coming because he just messed up a lot of cars and drivers' chances.
Kyle running that high line, trying to keep that car wound up, use a little momentum, and he pulls right up to the back bumper of Carl Edwards.
Closer. When they first opened it. Look out!
Oh, man!
Tim Schendel in the 52 has a problem right in front of the leaders, and Kyle Busch is heavily damaged.
Wow, and I think Carl Edwards got into him as well.
Yeah, they're just going down in the corner. They don't think anything. This car's going extremely slow, but then right here is where Schendel blows that right front. You see the sparks flying, and then Kyle just knows where to go. I mean, that was just he was just an innocent victim.
I have not seen something like that in a long time. Kyle Busch, that just happened to him out of the clear blue. Just scraped down the left side of Carl Edwards there, Marty.
The leader and everybody else that passed him.
And these cars right.
Oh, he got touched.
Got turned
the
around.
Race leader. Caution. Can they all avoid him? No. I think Jeff Gordon got into the back of Bobby Labonte as he slowed. Yep.
All right, roll.
Clint was doing all he could, to try to race his way around these lap cars. You see the 93. It's a run.
See, that's Kyle Busch right in front of Clint. Wow.
Pounded him.
Yeah.
Travis Kvapil in that 93 car again had just been lapped by the leader Clint Boyer.
And here comes Bobby Labonte.
Steve Park. Could hear him on the radio say, darn those lap cars or something like that, and this is why.
Yeah, here he is coming up off turn 4, and watch him. He's going to try to go on the outside of this white car. He's at the number 40, and they touch right there. And it sends Park into a spin, down on the grass, back across the racetrack and backs hard into that wall.
Need a new tail clip on that one.